Don't panic. That's the message from the UK government.
The crisis is biting, and it's one of logistics.
There's a lorry driver shortage in the UK.
Essentially, the most extreme shortage of job
In the UK, many petrol stations have run
There's
dry.
pressure on the UK's energy sector.
The COVID-19 pandemic, followed by the lockdowns and the UK's departure from the European Union on January 31st, 2021, has caused widespread effect on Britain's economy, leaving behind crises and concerns in the short and long run. The era following the COVID and Brexit has led us to many crises, mainly impacting employment, health, immigration, and energy sectors. The technical implications of pandemic and Brexit in each sector are different, but their combined impact has produced challenging conditions for many businesses in both the service and industrial economy. Let's talk about the employment crisis. According to the Institute of Employment Studies, employment has fallen by 1.5 million after COVID and Brexit, and unemployment has risen to at least 2.5 million. During the pandemic, the industry shuts down, people lose their jobs, leading to unemployment at the highest level. The year 2021 has seen the reopening of businesses and growth in economy, but leading to the chronic labor shortages for all sectors. Currently, the UK job market surged to record 2.7 million labor shortages, which disrupts industrial supply chain processes. Employers posted 221,000 job adverts in 1 week after lockdown, with driving instructors, prison officers, and forklift truck drivers seeing the most significant rise in vacancies, besides hospitality and security.
Pigs a week that should be going through slaughterhouses aren't being killed because there isn't enough butchers to process them. This then has knock-on effects potentially for welfare, and we're seeing the same within our poultry supply chains, just not enough butchers to work in the processing plants to cut those animals.
According to the Office for National Statistics, there were 388,000 vacancies available from August 2021 to October 2021, with record highs in 15 of its 18 sector categories. With only the food and drink sector, there are potentially 500,000 vacancies available. The industry figures estimate up to 100,000 HGV driver shortages. According to the experts, these shortages are the product of pandemic and Brexit.
I think that Brexit has played a part. It's played a part in 1.4 million European workers who left because of COVID, went home, not coming back with the enthusiasm that we would have hoped. That's a big hole in the workforce.
COVID-19 pandemic and Brexit have also impacted the mental health of people, therefore accelerating health crisis.
Health crisis in UK is being impacting the country in many ways. Mental health crisis in UK is one of the biggest health-related issues ongoing. The current state of health in United Kingdom is alarming, and it raises serious concerns about government actions. There is no doubt that UK is experiencing a mental health crisis currently taking place in the post-COVID and Brexit era.
I'll be telling a few points which have come to note about mental health of people in United Kingdom, especially in the area where I work. As we all know that the people with pre-existing mental health conditions stand at higher risk of poorly coping with any kind of added stressor, which has proved to be the COVID pandemic in the recent times. And no doubts we have seen more cases of worsening of anxiety and depression, which only proves that the care of these people needs even more tightening than before.
A growing number of UK and international studies show that affective disorder in young people are rising substantially, particularly among girls and young women. Analysis reported a 68% increase in hospital self-harm presentation.
Self-harm or harm themselves in other ways to deal with stressful situations, and in Laura's case, that has definitely been a factor.
Laura's mum says her daughter hasn't been herself for a while now.
She doesn't come out of her room, she doesn't eat much. She needs the help. She needs professional help. Well, I go through depression as well, and it comes and goes whenever it feels like it. So I know what she is going through.
Immigration crisis is another correlated factor impacting mental health of people.
It was difficult to leave home, to leave your family, your brother, and people important around you, and people especially you love.
For years, the number of migrants crossing the channel in small boats has steadily increased.
No. We are waiting for something. No, we don't need help. Thank you very much.
In 2021, there were record numbers of migrants crossing on a single day.
The Home Office statistics shows an estimated 19.6 million passenger arrivals in the UK year ending June 2021. Types of migration into UK. Visa paths. According to the Home Office statistics in the year ending June 2021, there were over 200,000 sponsored study visas granted, and for work-related, there were over 100,000 work-related visas granted. Illegal immigrants. These are individuals who come into the UK through illegal routes. For instance, crossing international waters on small boats, thereby risking their life. A BBC article estimated that at least over 17,000 people have crossed into the UK in small boats this year. Refugees and asylum seekers. These are individuals who flee their country due to war, unrest, climate change on the basis of safety, and who come to the UK to seek asylum to live here. There were over 31,000 asylum seekers applications relating to 37,000 people in the UK this year alone. August 15, 2021, the Taliban forces took control of the Afghanistan capital city, Kabul, which led to a state of panic and fear, as many Afghans feared for their safety, hence leading to chaos that erupted at the Afghan airport as people tried to escape the country. The UK set into motion an evacuation plan to evacuate UK nationals and eligible Afghans. According to the Foreign Secretary, the UK evacuated 17,000 people from Afghanistan, and an estimated 7,000 will be eligible for the Afghan relocations and assistance policy. While there is no breakdown for the remaining 10,000, it is set to include UK nationals and their families. There have been some pre-existing issues and debates about the entire process of seeking asylum in the UK.
It's not, life as an asylum seeker in Britain is not great. You are not allowed to work. You live on £5 a day. People are now being put in disused army barracks that are not fit for humans, and living in limbo for years and years. And sometimes also people can be put in prison at any point and incarcerated. It is not a perfectly functional system.
Okay. The UK government have put forth a bill for the reform of the UK asylum system. Now the big question is, will this bill address the pre-existing issues, or will the recently evacuated Afghan refugees also experience the tedious asylum seeking process, considering they just encountered a traumatic situation that's turned their world upside down? Along with the immigration crisis being at the forefront of the media, another crisis that's been plaguing the UK recently is with the energy sector.
Have you heard of the recent news about the shortage of gas in the UK?
In the UK, many petrol stations have run dry.
The British government is warning that the country's fuel crisis is likely to last for at least another week.
In 2020, energy suppliers have been having tremendous issues, and these has actually affected the UK. Currently, in 2021, 7 energy suppliers have gone bust, and it has affected over 1 million households in the UK, which has led to energy shortage of gas. The UK rely mainly on wind and natural gas for their production, and the 60% production is not enough. And this is something that has to do with Brexit. People thought that Brexit is going to bring positivity, but the post-Brexit has actually brought more negativity into the UK in terms of shortage of gas, lack of fuel, having gas for different households. Marketplaces are not operating as they used to because of the energy crisis in the UK. We have different interviews from different experts, Celia and also Caroline, which you hear the view.
The social impact on those people in poverty is to make a poor life even harder. A potential impact of higher fuel costs is that it will push people into using more environmentally friendly forms of transport, like greater use of buses, greater use of walking, greater use of cycling. So that is a potential positive which needs to be highlighted.
The media should pick it upon themselves to do some investigative journalism finding out from parents, common man like me and you, what is going on, and run that until the change comes.
Conclusively, COVID pandemic and Brexit has hit us hard with social and economical crisis, which has disrupted each sector of life, therefore impacting living standards across the UK.